I paid $2 for these Lego pieces. Did I pay too much? Tell me in the comments below. Because in this video, we're going to do a Lego haul, which includes these 16 pieces that I bought at a store called Second & Charles, and a couple other random things. Paid $2 for this, and we're going to show you why I bought these. And then I'm going to answer a question. I like to call it BrickTsar Answer Thingy, even though the person that asked the question didn't use the hashtag BAT because he's new to the channel, and that's okay. But he asked a very good question for a new subscriber, new viewer to the channel, and it's one that we've got a lot over the years, but things have changed here in 2017, so we're going to discuss it again. And that question is from Shane Donovan. He says, how do you guys afford to buy so many multiple sets? I don't know anything about splitting parts and reselling. Do you guys build and then disassemble? Where do you get all the minifigs? Any cheap deals? I'm all ears. Any advice you guys can suggest would be incredible. And those are all very good questions, and I think this haul, even though it's a small haul, is a good one to answer or try to answer these questions, because I've been buying Lego for a long time. I mean, I would say since the early 70s, or the mid 70s, but really my parents bought Lego for me when I was a kid and a teenager. But since I was about 17 years old, I've been buying my own. So how do you buy stuff? Well, you got to know what you're buying. You got to know how to look for deals. And I think I found a good deal. And another thing that's come about with the advent of social media is that sometimes we can find out about deals from other people that also share the love. And for instance, in this haul, we got this, which is the DK Dark Side book. I already have the book. It was a retail price of $17, but I got it for $8. And the reason I got it for $8 is I wanted to have an extra Emperor Palpatine, the exclusive minifigure there. And I found out about it from BrickTsar, who is a YouTuber, and he is also on Instagram. And we've met him at Philly Brick Fest a couple of times. So that's a way of finding deals, is other people that you know find deals. They post it on social media. So the more people you follow on YouTube, on Instagram, even maybe on Twitter, when they post a deal, like they found something at Target, and this one, for instance, was found at Ollie's. It's a discount store. You go and you might be able to find the same deal for yourself. Another example is the same thing when they post deals like at Target. Now this wasn't clearance, but they did mark this down. I think it was $4 off, so it's like 20% off, something like that. And I didn't have the set, so instead of paying the full retail price, waited till it went on sale. And that's something I did long before eBay came around, long before the internet. When I was a young adult, I waited. They always put things on sale, whether it was Kmart or what other retail stores were around back then. You could always wait for at least the 20% off sale. But sometimes you can find clearance for even more than that. So that's how I would buy the vast majority of my sets over the years. New sets is wait until they were on sale. YouTube kind of changed that. I did get to buying more full price sets because of YouTube, because I thought if I reviewed them early, they'd get the views and that would pay for itself. But that's, you know, for a small YouTuber like me, that doesn't really work because the amount of money that the video would make, it wouldn't make up for the difference in the sale price if I had waited. So I just pretty much wait till they go on sale, unless I really want it or I think it's going to sell out, like the Saturn V over there. The Saturn V, glad we bought it. Still looking for another one. TheyMightBeBricks built that. We're going to do a review. We just haven't had the time lately. It's been crazy. So that's why we have not reviewed it. We just hadn't had the time. But I wanted to buy two of them, one for myself and one for TheyMightBeBricks. And hopefully they will come back in stock, but they're not in stock right now. All right, so the other thing, going back to these pieces here now, is you got to know what you're looking at. And that comes from years of experience. And there's so much out there that even the experts, you can't necessarily know everything. I mean, some people are better at it than even I am, and others that are experienced. But we were at this store called Second & Charles, and they got these bins full of used Lego. Basically what Second & Charles does is they pick out the minifigures and they try to sell them from $3 and up for the minifigures, and then they just have these bulk bins, and it's $1 an ounce, which is $16 a pound, which is extremely high in my opinion. It's for used, chewed, nicked up Lego pieces, but I still look. When I go, I won't look in detail, but if something catches my eye, then I will. For instance, one time I went, they had pink, the old pink Lego pieces. I went through and picked all those out. This time, something caught my eye right away. What do you think it was? What do you think caught my eye? It's one of these pieces. It's not the 1x1 black. I actually did look for, I can never find enough of these 1x1s. And you know, when you got a bulk lot, they always fall to the bottom. And so I was kind of scooping through the bottom, and I only found one. I was looking for more 1x1s. But is it the 2x3 gray brick? Well, I did tell TheyMightBeBricks, get all the 2x3 gray bricks. These aren't exactly the ones I wanted, but it's the old gray. It has the cross supports. I need to get some that don't have those cross supports in there. This is $5.99. And I like to get discontinued colors, so that's dark gray. So actually that sometimes light bluish gray kind of looks like dark gray, old gray I mean. And this is a 2x4 that's old gray, another 2x4 that's old gray, dark gray. This is old gray. So I got those. And this is a very old piece, not necessarily worth a lot, but it's the L brick. So they don't make this really anymore. And this is cellulose acetate. They did have some other cellulose acetate bricks, but I did not get those. Just got to where it was to 2 ounce. So it's $1 an ounce. I got exactly 2 ounces. Here's another L brick. All right. Still, those aren't necessarily anything to shout about. I got a macaroni piece. This Star Wars tile, this 1x2 tiles, kind of got a Star Wars pattern. It's the old gray. Again, not a massively expensive piece. These are the pieces that I was happy about. And you say, well, that's just a 4x8. But it's a 4x8 with waffle bottom. I know, exciting, right? A waffle bottom. I mean, that's what you get when you fall on the floor heater. You get a waffle bottom. Of course, you should be wearing clothes, so you get a waffle leg, really. But so these aren't. I mean, even though these are still like 10-cent pieces, 10 to 20-cent pieces. So, but I like to get them because they are from the vintage era. This is the piece. This right here. This is a 6x8 plate, and I know some of you are going like, what's he getting all excited about a 6x8 plate? And it's a waffle bottom. Okay, yeah, waffle bottom. What set was this in? How much is this piece worth? Well, one thing I knew is that it was not common for a 6x8 waffle bottom piece. And it was even more rare than I thought. There's only one set that's inventoried on Bricklink that lists this set, and it may be in other sets because not every set that's ever been made has been inventoried. But set $7.99, or was it $8.42? It's a town plan set. I can't remember which one. It's only in one set, a town plan. Maybe it's $8.42. I have to look it up. I'm not looking at it in front of me right now, but it's only in that one set. And the cheapest one on Bricklink right now is $18.50. So this one piece is valuable, and it's not that bad a shape. I mean, it needs to be cleaned. It's got a smudge on there. So that means there were enough of these other pieces that somebody probably had that town plan set. I think it was a Sears exclusive, so I think it would have been available in the U.S. And there were pieces, these pieces, probably these two were in that set, and these, but most of the other stuff's been picked through. So you got to know what you're looking for sometimes to get those good deals. And I've done that a lot with either in person, at flea markets, at thrift stores, Goodwill, and also yard sales, but not as often anymore. I think people are starting to know that Lego is valuable. And then eBay, even looking at the pictures in eBay and looking for things that aren't listed entirely correctly, you can find some good deals. So let me go to some more of those questions that he mentioned in his question. And again, I don't even think I mentioned Shane Donovan. Did I mention that earlier? So you don't, I mean, I've done videos over the 5 years, I mean, one of the early videos I did was about running a Bricklink store. You know, those videos aren't the best videos in the world, but that's one way, is selling. But parting out sets is not for everybody. You know, but even just holding on to a set and waiting and sell it later. There's a lot of people done videos about selling sealed sets, which is easier for people because they can do that on eBay and don't have to worry about Bricklink. And where do I get all the minifigs? That was another question. It's from all the multiples of sets that I buy. A lot of times, if you're a minifigure collector, you can buy the set and then sell the parts. Sometimes people just, like, they'll build the set and they'll take the set and put it on eBay minus the minifigures. You see that a lot. And I think it's people that actually sell the minifigures more often than it is that people that keep the minifigures. But because they'll sell it separately and get more money for them. And so we've mentioned about the cheap deals. And then one other thing he asked, do you guys build and then disassemble? Unfortunately, we do have to do that. And that's what all that mess is there. Some of it's partially assembled. There's other containers that have bags full of disassembled parts. The Fabuland boxes over there, the castle, those are all disassembled. Some I tried to keep together, but what happens is they fall apart. And like there's the sea cow. That's what happens when you put the sea cow in your swimming pool. But and then I also like the Raincore pit. Tried to keep it together, but unless you got it displayed somewhere where it's not going to get knocked around, it's going to fall apart. So I end up taking them apart again and then re-inventorying them to make sure all the pieces are there. So it's kind of a pain. But anyway, I appreciate Shane watching that video and then leaving that really, really good question. And I told him I would mention it in a video, which we are doing here. And, hey, look, I turned a short little haul into like a 15-minute video or something. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for putting up with me all these years. You know, we've been doing this almost... Well, we've been doing it a long time. 4.5 years just on this channel. Over 5 years on YouTube together. But thanks, guys. And we will be doing more Lego videos. I've been going through my catalog of old videos. I'm going to be trying to do more things like I used to in the past. And I've just brought back a lot of good memories. A lot of people that we've met over the years here on YouTube. And you guys are awesome. And we will see you in the next video. Bye. And in case you're wondering, I don't know how much of this other stuff showed up in the background, but I do train videos too, so that kind of takes up some of my time as well. If you like trains, check out Trains Are Fun.